Hello guys, welcome again to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about what you need to do if you're in a conversation with someone that you don't actually understand. So let's go for it. Okay, so it has happened to me that when I was in the UK particularly, I started conversation with people, but they spoke in such a way that I was not able to understand them, mostly because they were natives and they spoke with really strong accent, northern accent, which northern accent is really strong, and it was really hard for me to understand those people. Yeah, so I'm going to give you some advice about what you need to do in that situation. Because I think it's important. So the first thing you need to do is to make them clear that you understand 100% what they are telling you. Because if you tell, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know what you are saying all the time. You say, I mean, you don't need to say that necessarily, but you can say, could you say that again? And then 30 seconds later you say, sorry. And they are going to notice that there are lots of things that you don't get from what they are saying. So it's going to make them to slow down and to make sure every time they say something you completely understand them. So that's the first key point that you need to bear in mind when you are talking to native speakers. I mean, particularly this is going to be with native speakers, because non-native speakers, maybe they are going to talk like slowlier, and maybe they are going to to talk in a more basic way, so they are not going to use lots of complex expressions or slangs, and it's going to be easier for you to understand everything or most of the things what they are saying. So yeah, and the thing is that why you need to slow down, because you need to say this to those people, because the thing is that if you don't tell them nothing and you just like keep with the pace, maybe they hit something and you just like want to appear that you are like catching up the conversation, and you say, haha, that was funny, yeah, but you actually don't understand. It's going to make you feel bad internally, and that's the thing you need to avoid. Because if you feel bad when you are with one person, even that person is a really nice person, you don't understand them, it's going to make you avoid to be with that person, because you are not going to feel comfortable with that person enough to be with them anymore. And the thing is that there's no need to be in that situation. You can't tell him, okay, I don't understand you, could you speak slowly? And he's going obviously to speak slowly, and in case that's, and also you are going to make a more meaningful connection, because before it was like, I don't really understand what you are saying, I'm not making any meaningful connection, and now it's like, okay, I'm making I understand what you are saying, I really understand, I can make a more proper connection with that person, but before it was not the case. And if that person keeps like the same pace, doesn't really doesn't give a shit about whether you understand what they are saying, just like, okay, go do the conversation. When you finish, then finish off the conversation, don't meet there anymore, because you're not going to meet with that person anymore, because they're not trying to really to make a connection with you, so there's no point of like trying to be with that person anymore. And yeah, so this is why I talk about talking to people with a similar level than yours, because if you are all the time talking with people with a really high level, much higher than you are going to become frustrated, because you're not going to understand those people. And yeah, that's the point I wanted to make, that you need to be with people which are kind of your level, maybe a little bit higher, a little bit lower. I mean, of course you need to talk sometimes to native speakers, but you're not going to feel comfortable particularly at the beginning. So you need to improve your level and eventually be more with native speakers. So that's the point I wanted to make here. And yeah.